Alright, this is Module 2, Lesson 29. We are going back into decimals. We divided again by decimals on Friday before we left. And we're going to go into decimals with estimation. So, we're going to still use our compatible numbers like we have been. Let's set up 9 and 1300ths divided by 23. You have been taught that your decimal needs to be moved up immediately so that you do not forget it. Then I'm going to come here and say, can I make any groups of 23 with 9? I cannot because it's too small. So let's move over to the next one. Can I make any groups of 23 with 91? I can because 91 is bigger. Remember, I need a number that is equal to or bigger than in order for me to make groups. So I couldn't make any groups here, but I can with 91. So I am now going to estimate my 23 to 20, and I want to get something that is close or equal to 91. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I'm going to stop there because 100 is too big, so I'm going to take the next one, which takes me 1, 2, 3, 4 times to get there. And as soon as I have a number, then that's it. I'm going to estimate that I can make about 4 tenths or 40 hundredths, whichever way you want to put it in. So the answer can either be 4 tenths or 40 hundredths. They are both equal to each other. So again, with this estimation, we're using compatible numbers. So I'm only estimating my divisor, and I will work with that to find something close or equal to for my dividend, so that we can then get our quotient. So now let's move over to the next one. I'm going to do is number 5, which is number 2 in the book. But number 5, I personally am going to start with B. I'm going to start with B because there are no decimals at all. If you notice, all of our numbers are similar to each other. We have 9 and 1300ths, 913, 91 and 3 tenths. The only thing that is different is where our place value, where our digits are at on the place value, because of us including decimals here. But I'm going to start with the one that does not have a decimal. So I'm going to take 42 for my divisor, 913 as my dividend. And I'm going to say, can I make any groups of 42 with 9? I cannot. Can I make any groups of 42 with 91? Yes, because it is bigger. Remember, I want equal to or bigger than in order to make groups. So since I couldn't make any groups here, I'm going to put a 0. I'm going to estimate 42 at 40, and I want to count until I get something that is close to or equal to 91. So 40, 80, 120 is too big. So I'm going to take 80, which is 2 groups. And again, as soon as I have a number, I'm going to stop. Everything else is going to become a 0. Because remember, anyways, whenever we're estimating, anything after turns into a 0 to begin with. So I can make about 20 groups here. So now I don't have to really do too much extra work. The only difference here is that the other two have decimals. So let's come here. I can even set this up this way and put my 9 and 1300ths for A. Move up my decimal. Say I couldn't make any groups to begin with 9. I could make 2 groups, and then we turn into 0. So I have 2 tenths or 20 hundredths. They both equal the same thing. Now let's move on to C. I'm going to do the same thing. Just go ahead and set up what I have. Place my numbers and my decimal where it belongs. I'm going to move my decimal up and put 0 to 0. So this time I can make about 2 groups. Because remember, I don't need the 0 or the decimal if there's nothing after that decimal anyways. It just equals 2. Same thing as saying $2 or $2 and no change. So hopefully this helps. Again, students can do regular division or estimation. It just might come out a little bit different on this one, but they're going to pick what is closest to anyways. So again, estimation, we just pick whatever answer is closest to. I would prefer them to use compatible numbers. It is going to be quicker. I don't have to go and try to count by 42 and come here and say 42 plus 42 is 84 plus 42 is, let's see, 6, 126. In my opinion, they make more mistakes here, whether they do something wrong with their addition or sometimes they don't count this. They'll count this as a first group, even though that's not correct. Our first group was 42. So sometimes they'll miscount as well. Or they'll come here and count 1, 2, 3 and say 84 is at 3 groups, which is also not correct. In my opinion, the compatible numbers allows them to multiply quicker, and we're working with numbers that end with 0, so it will help them arrive to their answer a little bit quicker. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to reach out.